United States has reposed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and professional abilities of Douglas Vander Yacht. In view of these qualities and his demonstrated potential for increased responsibilities, he is therefore promoted in the United States Army to the rank of Second Lieutenant, effective 27 May 2017, by order of the Acting Secretary of the Army, signed Robert Spear. Please put on the shoulder cords. Those massive shoulders.
Yeah.
I got it. Do I get to kiss the bride or something now?
All right.
Congratulations. We're so proud of you. I love you.
All right. Thank you, Skip.
All right. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Douglas Vander Yacht,
I, Douglas Vander Yacht,
having been appointed an officer
having been appointed an officer
in the Army of the United States,
in the Army of the United States,
in the grade of Second Lieutenant,
in the grade of Second Lieutenant,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office upon which I am about to enter.
the office upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Lieutenant Vander Yacht, post.
Sir, what can you say, Tom?
Thank you, Sergeant Grimm. All right.
And now I turn it over to the second lieutenant in case he wants to make any remarks.
I want to thank you all for coming out today. You know, you all have played a very special part in my life leading up to this moment. Skip, you know, you're the big reason why I wanted to come to West Point. I always grew up listening to you tell stories about West Point, and you know, those always left me in awe. Mike, you know, I grew up when I was 5 and 6, you know, hearing stories about you. Mike was at war for about 10 years while he was in the Army, and you know, his stories of his time in the Army really inspired me, and that's one of the other big reasons I decided to join the Army. So thank you, Mike, and thank you, Skip. And of course, my dad is in the Navy, so you know, he didn't have that great effect on me, but my dad obviously had a huge influence on me as well, but his stories were never quite as exciting as Skip and Mike's. Decided opt for the Army over the Navy instead. And of course my mom, you know, she's always been there. I'm her only child, so she doesn't really have any choice. She has to love me. But she sure does. You know, she's been up here a million times. You know, I'm pretty sure my diploma might say Kim Vander Yacht on it, so Doug Vander Yacht. Yeah, and Chris and Charlie Williams. Charlie was also a West Point grad, class of '71, and you know, growing up next to them, you know, he always told me his stories of West Point as well, and those really inspired me to come here as well. So, and to the rest of you, just thank you so much for coming out here. Brett and Colin, thanks for holding the flag. You guys are great models. Thank you all for coming out. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.